Hi friends, Merry Christmas. Kelly here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new around here. It is Christmas, and this is probably the first and only video, maybe, that'll make it in December. I have been struggling with my technology. I have filmed quite a few videos actually, and for various reasons, none of that footage is making it. So I do have a haul video I'm hoping to get up soon, but hopefully this is a video you're seeing. I really want to do this project. So what are we doing today? I am making an identification card for Santa Claus. I have been following Margaret from Seven Plaza's top 5 projects, her favorite projects she's done this year, and the #1 project she did was an identity card or identity cards, which I fully agree, love doing them. I haven't done a ton, but I have done a few and I do love doing them. And as soon as I saw her working on the project, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so fun to make an identification card for Santa Claus? So that's what's on my desk today. I have tried filming 2 videos on this project, so hopefully this one makes it. So I'm going to share this real quick, and then this is the project my identification card is going into. So let me show you what this is. Before I jump into that project, look at my fun Christmas lights. This is a gift I got from a friend, and it is a charger cord, actually. You can plug it in and charge something, so it connects to a USB, but I just thought it was so fun. So I'm just going to have that kind of off. I don't know if it's in frame or not. I guess I could check. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay, so this is a project that I started at the beginning of the month for Christmas. And because, you know, it's December, it's Christmas, it's crazy busy time, I have had very little time to craft. So that has kind of bummed me out, but I am not opposed to Christmas crafts in January. For me, sometimes crafting is more of a exercise in reflection or things like that. So I'm not bothered by doing something that's not really in season, so to speak. But this is a project that I started at a craft retreat I went to, and I love it. So let me show you what this is. This here is one of these. This is the Accordion Folio by Holtz. Let me open it up. So this is what this started out as. It comes with a tie, and it's pre-folded or pre-scored for all the fold lines. So as you can see here, it folds out. If you're not familiar with this product, I was not. I'd seen it a few times used, but I wasn't really familiar with it. Let me see if I'm in shot. There we go. Okay, so it has all these folds down, and then there's this piece here that comes out, and it is an accordion. So that's what I started with, and I'll show you how I altered it to make it fit to my project. So let's see. So here it is. So what I have done, I love this project so much, is this pocket, or this piece here, I have glued down so that it becomes a pocket, and then there's another pocket behind. I need something to demonstrate this with. Let me grab a card or something. This is appropriate. So as you can see, there's a pocket here and a pocket here. Then this comes down, and this is a pocket. This, I actually, let's see, grab the accordion thing. So again, this is what it was. I created kind of like a little faux book with pockets. So I glued it together on this side. So I glued this part down and then this part down so that it opens up like a book. And then I glued the back panel to the actual whole structure. And now I have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. So, and then this just flaps up, and this is a tuck spot here. Then on this side, where you would have this piece here, I went ahead and glued it down right here. So, and then I added a piece of paper to the front here so that I have, well, demonstrate with this, a pocket here. Then this is more of a tuck spot pocket, and then there's a pocket behind it, like that. On this side, and this side I did not do. I haven't quite finished it. No pockets, no tucks, no nothing. It's just simple. Okay, so let me tell you a few things I learned as I made this project. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. What I really loved is the extra space that the spines give you. So like I have this card with this little dangle. If you'll remember, and I hope this made it into a video, I had picked up some jewelry findings. This is actually a clasp for like a bracelet. And I knew immediately when I saw them that it would be really fun to just clip it onto something, and it is. It's exactly what I wanted. So I just attached this little candy cane. So that just goes right in there. There's nothing on the back. It's just a fun little card. Okay, here's what I learned. So here are my mistakes or my thoughts. One thing I wanted to do was use a lot of stitching. So I went ahead and I sewed all around it, but instead of sewing onto the panels and then attaching everything in, I got everything glued down and then I started sewing. So here is where I sewed around. I didn't have this closed up yet, so let me take that back. Let me step that back 1 second. This was still not glued down, but this panel, I went all the way around. Pretend that this goes all the way around, not to this panel. You could see it better on the side. But what I didn't think about is how it was going to affect the back. However, you can clearly see this is a very distressed album or project or whatever, so I don't mind it. But if that is something that you want to do, keep in mind that if you are going to sew all the panels and make it look like it's all attached, that I don't know what the term is, back stitching or the backside will be visible if you don't do it panel by panel. I hope that makes sense. So like what I'm trying to say is if I had sewn this piece of paper, then glued it into the book, it would have, but you'd be doing double work because you'd have to sew that panel and so on. I wasn't really interested in doing double work. So for me, it kind of worked out. So then I've got, and you know, my sewing's not perfect. I'm working on a tiny little machine, which I love, but it's a little janky here and there. That's fine. Then I would go and I would sew extra little kind of pieces here. Like here's an extra little bit. And I think I did it somewhere else. Oh, here I did it, just to add a little more interest. So after I got done, no, let me take that back. I would sew onto this picture before it went into the book. And this whole panel, hope this is making sense. This whole thing I sewed, let's see, across the top and the bottom. I did not sew in the centers. So for this piece, I ran my sewing machine all the way around the whole thing. Okay, here are the things that I learned. This pocket here at the bottom doesn't work because there's not enough space from here to here where the spine folds. So it's more of a hidden pocket, so it would work for hidden journaling, but you can't have really anything sticking out of it. So like you could do a very small card, but see how it doesn't stick out very much? You don't see much. So there's that I hadn't thought of. And then I have the same issue over on this side. You see how this goes back behind here, but again, this is where the fold is. This is where the pocket is. There's not a lot of room for anything to stick out. Again, perfect if you want hidden journaling. So those are some things that I learned as I made this project. So that is my little Christmas project. Oh, let me talk through a little bit of the detail of it since I keep forgetting what I filmed and what I haven't. I have to pretend or I have to imagine or I have to know this is all brand new to you. I've said these things like 3-4 times because I've tried to make this video multiple times. Let's see. I will list in the description box all of the supplies I used or the digitals. I used a variety of digitals, so I can't remember now off the top of my head, and I didn't prep in advance to tell you, so I will make sure it's all linked below. Some of it is stuff that I purchased with Tim Holtz. Some of it is digital. Yeah, so you'll be able to see all the different things. Poke around. Actually, what I'm going to do is just leave my Etsy Christmas category or list or whatever, and you can poke through there. There's a lot of stuff. So let's see, a couple of things I wanted to point out. Well, this adorable card. I love this card. This one, there's nothing on the back, but you could journal on it. And I left the brad showing intentionally. I just like the extra bit of hardware. It's just a Christmas tree with a few extra pieces of label and such. So love that. And again, I can't remember if it's digital or if it's Tim Holtz product. I blended and mixed everything together, which was super fun. Let's see. A lot of background papers. Look, here's another factor I loved is hardware. You know, I've got some hardware here. This dimensional hardware, this little star. I did find the Tim Holtz stars. I was pretty pumped about that. Paper clips, so things like that. Then I'm going to try to explain this one more time. I've mentioned this a few times, and I think it's worth noting. I was struggling to find photographs that depicted winter and Christmas. And I went on Etsy and I found a few things. There's not a ton. You can find where you can buy an actual photo, but to buy like a digital pack of photos was not easy. So my goal is to curate a set that I can then create, because I think I've mentioned this in one other video. Maybe it's coming, maybe you've already heard it, but I really want to try in the new year making my own digitals, because I love them so much that I want to share things I find, but I got to do a lot of prep and research because I don't know how that works with copyrights and all that stuff. And my stamps. I have some new stamp lines that I want to develop in the new year. Okay, so here, bring me back to these photos. These photos, I bought a couple of different sets that I found on Etsy, and one of them I was so excited about because it was a huge pack. I got it 50% off, so it was like $8. I got it for like $4, and it had tons of photos in it. Now, here's what I'm figuring out about Etsy, is that you can only magnify the images so big to see what's on the, the sheets that you're buying, or however you want to call it. And I could not magnify or zoom in large enough to see detail on the photos, but I got the general content of the photos and I was happy with it. Here's the problem. The description said that it was I can't quite remember. It said something about vintage, antique, archived photos. I mean, it basically was like, hey, these are real photos that somebody curated and made this pack, right? Okay, that sounds great. Read the reviews, people. That's all I'm going to say. When I finally got the set and I started making a photo sheet out of them, because they're all JPEGs or PNGs or whatever they were, I started noticing something really strange about the photos. They seemed really clean and crisp and had a weird look to them, a little like a softness that was not natural. I thought that was a little odd. I thought, well, this person touched up these photos a little too much. I want that grainy, authentic feel when I use a digital photo. I want to feel that it was a real photo in my hand at some point. And I can usually recreate that vintage, distressed feeling on my own. But if the quality of the photo is too clean and too soft and too crisp, it's a little bit more difficult. So I started noticing that. And then when I blew up these pictures, because I use Canva when I bring in digitals and kind of create my own collage page or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put in a photo to demonstrate this, but things got weird. Some of the heads of some of the people in the background were either missing, they were mushed, they were not human, they look like gremlins or goblins. I don't know what's going on here, but this is clearly a product that was generated by AI. That's my theory. And I was pissed. Sorry for the language, but I was mad because I wasn't mad that I wasted money. It was $4. I wasn't so concerned about that. I was just mad that somebody put this together and misrepresented the product they were selling. And that made me really bummed. So I don't generally do a lot of reviews. I will go in and I will mark yes, 5 stars, great shipping, all of those things, but I don't take a lot of time to write out a review, but I did on this one. I wrote a scathing review about how disappointing it was and how it was falsely marketed. Okay, so that's my long spiel. I had to get that off my chest. This is one of the photos, which this one, it works out okay because it's a winter scene. There's people all around in it. And then I took and made it a little bit more vintagey looking by adding an overlay frame, things like that. But I'll tell you, I was mad. And of course I did this all very last minute before I was going on my retreat. So I didn't have enough time. And then I ran out of paper and ink. I was so frustrated. Anyway, moving on. I did get a few photos. So that was what I wanted in here. Here is another one. This is from that goofy pack, but you can't really tell the people and it's Christmas tree. I decided to go ahead with it. Okay, rant over. Aside from that, I love, love, love this project. So this little card just goes right back in there. There we go. Okay, so on to what I'm doing today. So thank you for allowing me the time to go through this project and share all that with you. All right, what are we working on? Let me grab, I have a few digital things to work with, and I'm just going to make a quick, well, do I do anything quick? Not really. I'm going to make I'm not even going to say simple. I'm going to make an ID card. Let's go. So here's what I'm working with. I went online and I just found an image that I liked of a Santa Claus. So that's what I have here. I gotta admit, I can't remember where I found it. So hopefully, I think I used Adobe, I don't know what their thing is called, where you get like so many images a month or something like that. I used that. Yes, it was Adobe. I think you can find the Santa in Adobe. Their Creative Cloud stock image, whatever it is. I did the free trial, which I think after I did it and I realized how much it cost and how infrequently I would use it, I am going to cancel that. So, but for what it's worth, I got my Santa Claus. So I brought this image into Canva. I used an overlay and then I just flipped it so I'd get him facing either direction. So this one I think is a little too big for the project I'm going to work on, and it's a little bit more cool tone, so I'm going to use probably this one, and I'm thinking this one. I like things to be facing the right direction as opposed to left. Not correct, but the directional of right versus left. Okay, but since I needed to print this, I threw a few other things on. So here is a postcard I found in Canva. I have this photo, but I cannot remember where it came from. All I had it listed in my files was scan, whatever that meant. This I found in Canva, and then I added an overlay. Canva. So I was in Canva and I just started plugging in some things. So I do pay for the pro version, I think it is. I use it constantly in my job. I use it in my crafting. I use it all the time. So yeah, I love Canva. Okay, so I created this page so I'd have a few things. This is really all I need today, but I didn't want to waste paper or ink. And then I went into some printables that digitals that I had printed. This is from the Winter Collage and Cluster Mega Pack, the Junk Journal Studio. I thought this piece might work well. And then these are just some labels that are from the Junk Journal Studio. And I do believe I printed these. These are two different pages that I think I printed two to a page. I love that trick, and I'm so glad Margaret shared that with us because I had never thought to do that, and it's really, really smart. So this is what I think I'm going to use as my background. So let me get everything cut out and we'll start getting some stamping going. So I have my digitals and I'm kind of thinking, let's see, where's my project? So the ID card is, I'm thinking, gonna tuck in here. So let's see how big this is. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably need to trim a little of that down. Or I could tuck it on that side. Let's see. I don't want to force that. Could go. No. Here's the one thing when I, put this together, I feel like I didn't give, there's not a lot of room to get anything in there with any layering on it. So again, I don't really know how to fix that problem because I did not sew this down to it. I don't know. Anyway, I think it'll have to go over there. Or I could create a pocket here. I really don't want to cover this up. I really like this paper. It would still have to be smaller. No, I really want to put it on this side. So it's fine. I'm going to trim it down. Now, what do I want to trim off? The ruler. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have a ruler on there, but I do like the way that looks. I'll trim the bottom. Let me grab my paper trimmer. Let's see. Maybe I'll just start here. This is a great piece for the scrap bin for a collage. Just keep that. Okay, let's just take a peek at that. And let's see. Yeah, that'll fit. Okay, so now how, I don't need that. Let's see how, oh, I want to cover that blue. I really don't want that blue, so it has to be at least here. And then maybe like that. How far over do I want to go? I think what I'll do is cut it right here. Another great piece for collaging. Okay. That looks great on its own. I mean, truthfully, it doesn't really need much more than that, but I'm going to do some stuff to it. I do want to do some stamping, so there's already a lot going on here, but I have a thought. I hope this works. I really, really do. There's nothing on the back. Okay. All right, so let's see. This Santa is going to go in the bin somewhere. I need to rough up this paper. Where's my paper destroyer? Oh my gosh, I feel out of my element because I haven't crafted in ages. There it is. All right, let's get some paper destroying going. I did a lot of distressing on the paper on this little folio project, and that was fun. I did it at my retreat, and everybody else was pretty much working on scrapbooking and card making. Some people just were working on digital scrapbooks. There were 10 of us. Were there 10 of us? No. Yes. Well, kind of. One of the ladies ended up not being able to make it, but then somebody else came for a day. So, yeah. At any rate, it was a blast. I had a great time. Well, I don't want to say I got a lot done, but I enjoyed myself. So that's really all that mattered. Okay. Do I want to keep all that black? I don't think I do. I'm going to trim it off. Do this. So I'm just going to go kind of roughly around the edges of this. I don't want to keep the black on there. And that, and then, so I went around, trimmed out kind of the edges, kind of to the same way it was, and then I'll take my paper destroyer and go around it just to get back that kind of look that was already there. And it's okay if there's a little black on it, I don't mind that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So my thought to be able to stamp other stuff on top of this is to add a layer of, what is it called? Nope. Yes, antique linen. So I'm gonna put a bunch of that on. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. My oldest made herself a junk journal cover. She wanted to do something like my Janie book, which is modeled after Gretchen and Gunther from Margaret. And I was so proud. She did inking and everything. I'll have to show it sometime if she is okay with me doing that. She hasn't put any pages in it yet, but she made a cover, or the starting of a cover, and it's really, really cute. Okay, that is definitely not giving me the opaqueness I want. Let me think for a second. Maybe this brush isn't getting enough coverage. Let's go with this guy. Well, it's still not doing quite what I want. Oopsie. Well, we'll just embrace that. Well, how about we add in some vintage photo? Where are you? There we go. Might as well get that done. How am I gonna get this to be the opaqueness I want? Well, I know I'm covering this up, so let me just try that. It's still not going to do it on. Okay, I have to think about this for a second. And there's probably a bunch of you right now going, screaming at the screen, not probably screaming, but talking sternly to the screen to try to tell me what I could do, and it's not coming through. Let's see. It's almost like I need paint. Why not? I'm gonna get some paint. Okay, this could go horribly wrong, but I grabbed out some paint here. I've got gooey marshmallow. And what I'm thinking is just put a little bit in there. I don't need much. I'm thinking, I feel like I did this on another project. I just can't think of what it was. Add a little bit of water. And I need a paintbrush. Here we go. This will work. I feel like I did this on something else, but I just can't think of what it was. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I am going to do something crazy and paint over the whole thing. And see what happens. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's what I want right there. That's exactly it. Okay. Paper. I'm going to have to get out my blow dryer here, dry it off. But I'm going to add a few layers. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on painting this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all said and done. So that worked awesome. Awesome. I love, that's exactly what I wanted. I could have maybe even gone over with a few more layers, but I am okay with this. It just added that kind of opaque layer that I really, really wanted. So, I don't need to keep that out. That worked out great. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in and do the inking one more time. And I think I might even go over it with the antique linen again. Why not? Where is my dauber? Dabba. Okay. It doesn't really do anything. You can't really tell. So that is not worth doing. Yeah, that was not worth it. Okay, but this needs to be done again. So I'm just going back over the whole thing with vintage photo. And then I also need to do Mr. Claus here. So as I film this, it is Christmas Eve, which my family, well, I think a lot of families do this, but Christmas is kind of like a 2-day event, right? You do something Christmas Eve, you do something Christmas Day, and then you probably do something the Saturday before and after, because, you know, we all have a billion places we have to go and visit, and it's wonderful, right? But this year I didn't make any handmade gifts, which is kind of strange for me, but I just needed to figure out what stressful things to eliminate. Last year I didn't send out Christmas cards. This year I did. Ooh, which I want to share with you guys. So I'm going to put that in here and show you my family Christmas card. I don't mind sharing that with the world. My daughter Gwen drew our Christmas card. So here is the front of our Christmas card. So she drew us as a festive little bunch. And here is the photo that she actually used to model us. So we got so many messages from family and friends saying, you know, just telling Gwen, great job, and how our Christmas card brought them so much joy and smiles, and it really, I didn't expect that. And so it really, it just filled my heart with joy. I was so happy. And we're really proud of Gwen and her, you know, drawing and how she loves art. So it was really fun. The funny thing is that she took the photo of us from the summer. My husband and I are wearing sunglasses, and she drew sunglasses on us for a Christmas picture. I didn't want to criticize her, critique her artwork, so I just decided that was part of our Christmas card. So again, Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Okay, Santa is ready. The card is ready. I need this back because we're going to do some stamping. So here are the stamps I pulled out, if I can grab them. I grabbed this one thinking maybe if I needed to add some lines, which I still might. This is Heidi Swap. I have no idea what it's called. It has a number, T11330. Don't know what the name of it is. Maybe it's on this thing below. Well, let's take a look. It is, nope, doesn't tell me anything. So that's what it looks like. So I have that one out. This is a Tim Holtz. It says identification. Well, it says identification check, but I like the identification number or word. I have this Santa one. Why is that yellow? Wait, why is that yellow? I must have used it, just that portion. So I thought there's got to be something on here I could probably use. I don't know, something. This lovely set. Again, maybe something on here. Maybe these numbers. That might be kind of fun. Of course, eccentric, because it's awesome. And I also grabbed out field notes because I think this also says identification on it. But I like the size of the other one. But I always love these round stamps. So anyway, those are the stamps I grabbed. Let's see here. Let's see if this is something I want to use. I'm thinking this one. So if I do, I could even do it behind. What would go in it? Let's take it out. I bought this stamp set last year around Christmas time, not to make identity cards because I didn't even know that was a thing at that point in my life, but I'm glad I have it. Okay, so if I do something like that, you could do the same thing, and I think I've seen, I'm going to guess Margaret because I've watched all her videos, but you can get the same, if you like this line look, you can get the same effect with a ruler and a pen. You don't need a stamp. I just happen to have a stamp, so I'm going to use a stamp. Okay, Santa goes there, and then I can plug in all the other things. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, I need a block. Do I want it in black or browns? What color? Let's see here. Maybe ground espresso. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it in ground espresso. Okay. Sure, we'll try it this. Not quite black, not quite brown, whatever this color is. Right about there. It's super crooked. Would have it no other way. I still haven't gotten a new stamp chamois, so I'm going to use some paper towel and some water. You know, when I bought this bottle, this is the Distress Sprayer, Tim Holtz. I bought it mostly because I had a pretty good coupon with Ranger, and I thought, I'll throw it in. And also I'd seen Tim Holtz use it, and he explained how it's got, he designed it so that you can spray it or you can just do the droplets. And I thought, it's a spray bottle. I have spray bottles. Why the heck should I spend money on a spray bottle? But I gotta tell you, I love it. I really do. Use it all the time. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, so a little crooked. That's okay. Don't mind. Well, I don't need that right now. Get that out of the way. Okay, now the fun part. Let's add in some stamps. Probably should use some Christmassy ones. Ooh, Santa Claus. These all say like post office and stuff, which is fine. Let's see. Where are all my blacks? I seriously have not crafted since I unpacked from my retreat, which was weeks ago, so I feel like I don't know where anything is. Okay, now that I did that, now I think I am going to use black because I want it to stand out more. And I'm probably going to use some red because that always looks good. I have this is probably my favorite red color to use, Cherry Kisses. And I like green, but I'm not going to use green on this. Let's go with, I don't want it to be super crisp and clean. Because it's supposed to look like a super old card, right? So I'm going to use, what did I grab? Black soot. Okay, I'll put that there. Yeah. I'm gonna have to keep doing this because I don't mind if some of the stuff is underneath and behind. Maybe I should tack him down. I'm gonna do that. What can I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of glue and hope it doesn't stay. I'm not even kidding. The ittiest bittiest bit. Okay, all right. Okay, Santa, you hang out there. All right. Now, yeah, I think that's better because then I'll be able to see exactly where things are going. Okay, what else we got? What's on here? Special delivery, parcel, post, holiday greetings. Let's do holiday well, do I want to do that? Maybe. I mean, that's his thing, right? The Department of Holiday Greetings. Oh, do I have a stamp that says department? I don't know if I do. That would be a good one to have. I feel like that's got to be on one of these somewhere. I bet it's on it's eccentric. I cannot say that word. Eccentric. I'll take a peek. This is not going on straight. So how about we do it this way? There. That's better. Nope, it's still crooked. What the heck? Come on, stamp. There. Whatever. The only thing I don't like about using red is then it stains all my stamps red. Okay, I'm gonna have to get right above it. Well, and then it's crooked anyway. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. What else? I'm looking forward to the new year because I have some extra time off of work. Usually, for my job and my department, we have the week leading up to Christmas off, even though there's still school going on, because again, I work in an elementary school. But we usually get that week off. And it's mostly because the students aren't there for the full week. So it's a whole thing. Anyway, this year we had the whole week of work, and now I have the week after the kids go back to school. So the kids go back to school on January 3rd, but I don't go back to work till January 8th. So I have a few extra days after Christmas, which I'm pretty excited about because I can put away some Christmas stuff, all the Christmas stuff, and I will have time to craft and not feel guilty like I'm not doing some Christmassy stuff. Okay, I'm going to do that there. I like that. Black. Okay, it went up to number 7. So we'll go. There we go. Yeah, this is fun. I miss stamping. I miss crafting. I haven't really done anything crafty or creative. I made some cookies. Well, I don't bake, so I'm just going to start saying I made Christmas treats because I don't bake, but I did make department. There it is. I made peanut butter balls. If you're not familiar with those are and you're curious, drop me a comment. Peanut butter balls and this like toffee stuff with saltine crackers, and it's delicious. If you know, you know. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, so I did have one that said department. I knew Tim Holtz would have a department something. Department, I need it to be something about 25. Anything new? Where'd that Christmas one go? Come back. Gotta be a 25 on here. Ooh, there's a big one. Oh, look at that. I already used probably the best one. Well, I'll just make it myself. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 0025. Where's the 0? Need a little. I've lost one of my little tiny blocks. I'll use this little weird round one. These ones are hard to use. They're kind of odd. Like, kind of hard to see. 0, 0. I kind of wanted that to not be so janky, but that's okay. Let's do 2 and a 5. Line them up. At least these two will be lined up, kind of. 2, 5? Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay, got that. What else? Those little itty bitty things away. Let's see. All right, what's gonna go here? What's eccentric? Let's see. Ooh, this for sure. Perfection. Perfection. Santa is perfection. We are very excited for Santa's arrival in our house, especially the little one. She is already telling me about how she's been on Santa's good list, the nice list, every year, and this will be her 5th year on it, which I guess she's not counting the year she was born, but that's all right. And she's asked Santa for a rather large gift, and I have been telling her not to get her hopes up, because I'll feel bad if she doesn't get that, because Santa doesn't give you everything on your list. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully she's a happy little girl tomorrow morning, or mommy's gonna have some tears to deal with. Okay, oh, that has a 2-5 in it. Oh, that's so cool. All right, I'm just kind of going at it now. I don't really have a rhyme or reason to what's going on there. Just going on there. Ooh, workroom. Santa has a shop, so workroom makes sense to me. Let's do something about workroom. Oh, it's 220. Wouldn't that have been great if it was 225? Tim Holtz, you should always be thinking multi-purpose. Okay. I just like the numbers, so what's this one? This one will go over here. There we go. What else? If I have any other Christmassy ones, let me take a peek. What's on here? Oh, there's a big 2-5 on this one. Let's do that. And I think that's probably the best one. This is also a Heidi swap, but I have no idea what it's called, unless it says it on here. Nope, T31517. Also bought that last year. Okay, let's do this in woof. It is very sticky. Let's go here. Sure. I feel like it's appropriate for my Christmas stamps to be stained red. That actually is very acceptable. Okay. What else? I also pulled out some tags or labels or whatever, so I might cut one of these off and clip it on. Which one though? I think, should I add some green into it? There's green in the project. Maybe that's what I'll do. How about, well, I'm going to cut apart these ones. I also like this red one here. That would work. Maybe a littler one. Now that I see it, maybe I'll go with this one here. I always thought to myself, why would you ever want a tag so tiny? But then I started using that snippets stuff from Tim Holtz, and I kind of get it. They're cute to have little tiny ones. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, I think that's the one I'll use. These aside for different use. Okay. Vintage, where is it? I doing that thing where I get really quiet and mumble. I do have my microphone, so hopefully that takes care of that problem. I have to redo this too. Forgot. Do the paper destroying first. And I bent it, so let's just enhance the bend. That works. Yeah, I love that. Clip or staple? Staple. Let's staple that on. I haven't really glued Santa down. He's pretty on there. So I can always tuck a little glue in there. Where is my stapler? Found it. Okay. All right, what do we got left? There's a spot here. I could tuck something in. And then it needs a round, like a official stamp of some sort. We have a factory. Oh, it's got a 25 on it. That's for sure happening. In green. Now let's put some more green in here. Okay, which green? Which green? I feel like I really like this rustic wilderness, so I'm going to use that. And that's going to go right there. Maybe I should have been a little less close to his face, but that's all right. Yes, I like that a lot. Okay. And what else? Let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh, I was going to do identification. I definitely want to add the word identification. This is the Tim Holtz one that I have, but I cut the word apart. So I have just identification. Put this away. And I think I'll do it in green. Where did I put the green? Here it is. Okay. Okay. How about right there? Yeah. I think that might be it. Okay, so we have, let's see, perfection, workroom 220, this number thing here, the brown stamp, this number identification, a 25, department 0025, numbers peeking out, a tag, holiday greetings. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we need to complicate this and make it any more fantastic than it already is. Okay, let me clean up my space and oh, you know what? I don't have my glue. That's right. I did, because last week, my last week of work, I did anticipate having not much to do. So I have been working on an Advent project, which I also tried to share with you guys, but that didn't work. So I packed up some stuff and I actually brought it with me to work every day. And I never touched it, of course, because I was delusional, thinking I would ever get to it. But my glue's in there. Okay. That's all right. Glue stick for the win. All right, let me clean up. All right. Card done. There's a little bit of smudging, which is probably because I stamped it onto that paint, which is why I was thinking of adding the antique linen on to just maybe give it something to, some tooth to hold on to, but I don't know if that would have worked. But you know what? I'm okay with the smudging because Santa is exceptionally old, so it should be a little worn and torn. I have a little wear and tear. It's a weird way to say it. Let's see, I think I actually want it to go in like this. Okay, I hope it fits. Didn't really test that out, did I? There we go. Perfect. Oh, for cuteness. I love it. Okay, so I can put it there, or like I said, I could also, kind of don't want to handle it too much, put it over here. But this card doesn't fit in there very well, so I think you're going back over here. Just try not to smudge it any more than I have. Probably won't take this out very much. There. All right, put that back in there. Okay, there we go. So one more little addition to my book, and it's pretty much mostly done. The only thing I don't have are just the cards that I want to make to put in there. So maybe I'll make that in a separate video. And I know, do we want to watch Christmas stuff after Christmas? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just hoping this video makes it to you guys because, like I said, computers and I not getting along. So, well, there you have it, friends. So I hope you are well. I hope you reflect on this year, and I hope it brought you joy. I hope in those moments of despair, grief, the hardships, which I know we've all experienced, I hope that you have come through that in a way that has grown you. I hope, because I believe in our Savior Jesus Christ and we are celebrating his birth, I do pray and hope over each and every one of you that you know Jesus. If you don't already know Jesus, I pray that you come to know him. And if you ever have questions about that or thoughts or anything, please reach out to me. I would love nothing more in this entire lifetime than to help another person find their way to Jesus. So Merry Christmas to you and your family. Be well, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.